It's all about Steve Sarkisian. In a shocking move, Steve Sarkisian has flown out of Tuscaloosa and has landed to be a dirty bird. He's going to live in Atlanta.
Hold up. What?
It's true.
Hold up.
Nick Saban putting out a statement, and I quote as follows: "We appreciate all Coach Sarkisian did for our program during his time here." Oh, Coach, you mean the one game he was offensive coordinator? Perhaps all that work he did behind the scenes as an offensive analyst. Continuing the quote, "He is an outstanding coach, and we wish him the best in his new role as Atlanta's offensive coordinator. As always, when we have an opening on our staff, we will use it as an opportunity to go out and hire the best coach available." End quote. Well, that's good. He gets to hire another coach. I know, I do know for a fact Nick Saban was scheduled to be on vacation this week. Something tells me this didn't come as much as a surprise or shock to him as it did to probably the rest of the Alabama fandom. Because Nick Saban has a relationship with Dan Quinn. There's just an unspoken kind of decorum in the coaching world that, you know, you give your boss a heads up. It's a very small fraternity. If you burn one of those bridges, which coaches have in the past, but if you burn one, it might cost you down the road. So I imagine Nick Saban wasn't overly shocked about this decision. I'm kind of surprised Atlanta has as much interest in an offensive coordinator who's called one game in how long? Now, to be fair, you could tie both of my hands behind my back and give me a pirate patch over one of my eyes, and I could call plays for Matt Ryan, Devontae Freeman, and Julio Jones. No, it's a tip of the hat to the talent that Atlanta has. I don't know that they needed to go out and make a dynamic hire, but if you're an Atlanta Falcons fan today, are you thrilled with this hire?
I'm confused.
The guy's, and now granted, he doesn't forget every bit of football knowledge he's learned over the years. He doesn't lose that. He's called one game in like 18 months or something ridiculous. But hey, happy for Coach Sarkisian. Hope he continues down the straight and narrow. Hope he continues to walk that path of sobriety in his life. And Alabama is going to turn its attention to its next offensive coordinator. It might already be on staff. It might be Mike Locksley. Could Locks? Can we go ahead on the Suttles Approach and give him the nickname Locks? We gave it Sark. Like, we didn't create Sark. That was out there. Can we be the ones to make our – we're calling him Locks.
Yeah!
Locks. What's up, Locks? Hey, Locks. Nick Saban like to see you in his office. You ready to take over? You ready to take over as offensive coordinator working with Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa? I said it right. And you get Mac Jones in a week.
That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
I have no idea. Come on, Locks. You ready to step up? I keep seeing the name Chip Kelly. No. The dude just got fired from an NFL team. He's got cash. Unless he's really itching to get back into the game, which I can't see him doing. But not enough people understand the egos that go into coaching. When you're a head coach, it's a swallow the pride move to step down and then start taking orders from other people. And Chip Kelly's been his own boss for how long now? He's going to go work for the tyrannical Nick Saban? I don't see it. Plus, when coaches do that, it's mainly out of necessity. When you lose a job as a head coach, you got to have a salary next year. Didn't Chip Kelly just get fired and get a bunch of money for losing his job?
Yeah, he was with the 49ers where Kyle Shanahan went. It's just a complete circle. And they just – in the NFL, unlike the real world, when you get fired, they don't give you millions of dollars to go away. They do that in the NFL. They don't do that in the real world. So it's called a golden parachute, my friends, when you have a soft landing. What's your favorite memory of Sark? There's so many to choose from. Was it when he shared a plane with me and the rest of the Tuscaloosa News sports staff coming back from Dallas
when he was going to interview to be the offensive analyst? Was that your top memory? Was it the press release Alabama put out saying Sark's joined our staff as an offensive analyst? Was it when Steve Sarkisian was named offensive coordinator and waiting behind his old running buddy, Lane Kiffin? Maybe it was when Lane Kiffin got fired by Nick Saban after the playoff win and Sark was named the offensive coordinator now. What was it? There's so many to choose from. Was it him throwing the ball? Was it him not running the football enough? What in your mind is the memory you'll be like, that you'll tell your grandchildren about? When you look back on the tenure that was Steve Sarkisian, ladies and gentlemen, what will you remember? Will you remember coming up short in his only game as coach, ripping your heart out? Will you remember him calling the play when Bo Scarborough broke his leg? Yes. Will you remember all the incompletions that Jalen Hurts threw against Clemson?
13-31.
He leaves the University of Alabama with an 0-1 record as offensive coordinator. That's tough to do when you're not an interim. When you're the official offensive coordinator, it's tough to leave with a record of 0-1. As we look back fondly today on the memories that our good friend Steve Sarkisian gave us, what will we tell our grandchildren? I remember that stormy Tuesday in Tuscaloosa when you bolted from our lives and you headed to Atlanta. I thought we were building something, but instead you took your love away. And now I, the jilted lover, sit alone with my thoughts, staring out the window into this gray February day, storms rolling through. Appropriate, isn't it? A metaphor, really, how you stormed into our lives and stormed out. We'll never forget you, Steve. The one game we shared together was special. It was painful. Oh, but it was special. I feel like we should roll down to Panama City Beach and get some T-shirts made. You know, the airbrush T-shirts. Sark forever. We love you. Why did you leave us? Listen, we're sorry. Whatever we did wrong, we can fix. We'll work to be better. Is Dan Quinn really better than us? You're looking longingly at Atlanta. But don't forget to look back and remember the way we were, Steve. Sark leaving town after one game. Listen, if there's an ESPN executive listening, I want the rights to the 30 for 30, the Sark story. The Sark Alabama years, which is, I guess is too plural. The Sark Alabama game, I want that one. I want to tell that story. You know, if I were really mean, and I'm not, but if I were, oh goodness. There's a story floating around from the SEC championship game weekend, Sark. I don't know if you want me getting into that. You better call me, man. Sarkisian, I will give you as long on this radio show as you need to explain yourself to the Alabama fans. They open their heart for you. It's not easy to love. And once you've been spurned, it becomes harder and harder to love. Sark, I thought we meant more to you. What can we do? We want counseling, maybe? All you need to know is we just want you to run the damn ball. That's all we ask. Run the ball. You can do it, Sark. It's not too late. We can come back. We can become us again. Sark, don't walk out that door. If you walk out that door, it's over. Don't even text me anymore. Lose my number. You better swipe left on Tinder. Don't swipe right on Tinder on me anymore, Sark. We are not a match.
What have I created, audience? What have I created?
Steve Sarkisian leaving Alabama after 14 games as an analyst. Remember, he was not the analyst for the Southern Cal game. Well, I guess that's 13 games as analyst. No, what do we got? 11 regular season games, the SEC championship game. Yeah, 13 games as an offensive analyst, once as the offensive coordinator, one game, and he's out the door. He's going to go to Atlanta. I'm going to go chill with Ludacris, Jermaine Dupri, Outkast.
Luda.
Going to get his dirty bird on. I say this in all sincerity. I do hope his walk with sobriety continues to go well. That's something we won't joke about on this show. But if you missed the news, Steve Sarkisian out. Alabama on the prowl for a new offensive coordinator.